it's a normal week's prep really. You know, the game is different. The game's different. Different outcomes possibly this week. You know, given that it's a knockout competition, but the preparation is the same as a league game.
Is the mentality any different with that knockout situation?
Well, I think we all try and play it down and say that you know, let's just treat it like any other game, and I think we all try and do a good job of that. But yeah, you've got to admit to yourselves that actually, you know, if you don't get this right, you don't get a chance to improve next week, which you do in the league. And the beauty of the league is that it's a challenge throughout the year to get to the playoffs in good nick, you know, both physically and how you're playing as well. Whereas in the cup, you get it right on game day, or you've gone. So I think you've got to be careful to credibly stand in front of a group of players and say, let's just take this like any other game, because it isn't. So we're mindful that we're against a very dangerous team this week, and I know they've got some form issues. You know, their results haven't been going their way. They've been conceding some points, but this is the same team that done us up at Headingley, you know, and did us in good fashion as well. So we're very wary this week.
And obviously it's a team that you know well. There's still probably a lot of your mark on that team. You're going to be fully aware of what their threats are, surely.
Yeah, of course, and I think the danger is they haven't showed those threats in recent weeks, and a lot of averages tell you that it's about time that they started show those threats. So you look at the likes of Gale and Dawn and Randall. Some of their forward pack, they've got the ability to do and score tries against any team, which has been proven this year. You know, they got St Helens up at St Helens, so we're reading nothing into form, and we're reading nothing into current stats or score lines at the moment. It's a Challenge Cup game, and our motivation at the moment is about getting through to the next round, regardless who's in front of us.
Yeah, it does add a little bit extra into the game. You know, it's big, it's a Challenge Cup anyway, and you know, there's no second chance at it. But also, they beat us this year, and you always want to beat a team when they've beaten you earlier in the year. So this is our chance to do it. He's
got a plate full down there, and you know, it's a big job for anybody to take on, and I think one of Paul's strengths is that while everybody else is panicking and thinking that the world's imploded, he'll keep that level of control, and he'll be very grounded. And at the same time, when they went really, really well at the beginning of the year, I think they won the first 4 or 5 games, did they? And you know, they were top of the league after round 7 or something, or near the top. But I do know Paulo would have been grounded in that respect as well, and what got carried away. So he'll have the answers for them, and it's just a case they're going to have to see it through a period where it's a bit rough for them at the moment.
I think if you're part of any successful team, you want to win the Challenge Cup. I know we've won our grand finals here in the past, but it'd be great to get to Wembley and win the Challenge Cup. You know, we was one stage away from doing it last year. We got there but didn't get the result. It's time to get there this year and get the result.
I do know there's some other teams playing divisions from, you know, some other teams from 2 divisions below. And whether you put 80 points against them or whether you have a scratchy game against them and only just win, I don't know what you read into it. And emotionally trying to keep the fellas focused against teams that they should beat, you know, all that type of stuff. You know, it's dangerous. We're playing a Super League team, and if we're not good, we'll get beat. And I think that's great focus for us, and we can continue with that rather than deal with the other stuff.